person. So yeah, like, anything really been going on with you that you want to talk about? Before we just go into this.
I don't think so.
Alright.
Oh, actually, I might have spent way too much money on, I don't remember if I mentioned it before, but it's like, you know what, like, those health tracker bracelet things?
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah, so, there's Digimon-themed ones with Digimon characters. Like,
Oh
I think
yeah, I think I heard that. Isn't that where, like, Pulsemon's from or something?
probably it sounds like it. It sounds like the name for a Digimon for that kind of thing. But yeah, I dropped like roughly $100 on a watch and a card to get the Metabots crossover thing.
Wait, the Metabots crossover was real?
Yeah, yeah. There's a card for the Metabots evolution line, like the Metabots Digimon. So I'm gonna get one of those. The base watch also comes with 2 other Digimon, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I spent too much money on that thing, and I will talk about that more whenever it actually gets here.
Yeah.
I want the apparently the Impmon card was part of like a stupid gotcha thing.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, like you had to buy it through a digital like online gotcha. And
Yeah, screw that.
yeah, well, so apparently even in Japan that was unpopular, so they're not doing that anymore, and they're just gonna sell the Digimon that were part of that outside of the gotcha, because it wasn't just Impmon, it was the Tamers Digimon.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, here's the like the 10th anniversary or whatever, probably more than 10. But it's the anniversary of the Tamers. Now you can buy Digimon for your watch at random.
So is it like, so just to like be clear, it's like you pay and then they randomly send you out one of like 3 different cards or something? Like, is in like a
Yeah,
physical thing you use for the watch?
yeah, yeah. It's like a SD card with like the information of the Digimon on it,
I've
and yeah, you buy it and then they just send you one at random.
like there's probably like a clear gray zone here. That sounds like gambling.
Oh, it's super.
That sounds like it's very close to meeting the legal requirements for actual gambling.
Gotcha's gambling, man.
I mean, it totally is, honestly. It's
But
like
yeah,
it's gambling and you play a game and they give you free chips to gamble more.
yeah. Nobody likes it, so
Yeah.
I guess they're just gonna come out with single like or individual releases of each of those. So that's great. I'll
Like,
probably drop another roughly $20 for the Impmon card whenever that happens.
I was saying, just for clarity, that's like I'm saying this as someone who's currently playing through another gotcha for no real reason. So it's like I'm allowed to shun gotcha. I know what I'm talking about by this point.
Oh yeah, I
Just in
mean, like,
case someone would be like,
yeah, I play Gotcha. It's awful.
yeah.
I don't spend for the Disgaea one. I spent like $1 because there's like a one time purchase dollar thing to, I guess, just to get you hooked or whatever. But it's like, all right, I spent $1. I got like my 50 gems. I don't need to use this anymore. Like I don't spend money on gotcha. Not an amount that
Nah.
actually matters.
And I don't think I've ever like spent money on because like there's like one time in the Digimon Gacha where I was like, okay, maybe I'll buy it and actually do the thing. And I looked at the rates and I was immediately like, oh, this is not worth it.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
and
I
then
have to pay how
sometimes,
much for one draw? Okay, no.
oh yeah, the prices are abysmal. I was uh the Madoka Magica one that shut down. I didn't ever put any money towards, and it's because to buy polls was. I mean, aside from like, I just don't buy the kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
like it's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's expensive, and they were running events back to back.
Yeah, wasn't that like a whole thing where like you may have been the one to talk about this or where it's like,
Probably.
the Madoka Gacha was like trying to catch up with the Japanese events or something. So they're
Yeah.
like, okay, let's just do these one after the other in rapid succession, and it just killed the player base super hard.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Your whales do have limits.
Yeah,
You can only bleed them of so much money before they're just like, okay, this is unsustainable.
yeah. Even whales only have so deep they can go before like the pressure's too much.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's a good analogy.
Yeah, so, and I'm still butthurt that Magia record got done like that. And what I'm worried about is this guy RPG seems to have the Christmas event ended, which is the event that the Christmas event is what was going on when the game launched. And that one
Hmm.
ended, and then they started the New Year event immediately afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I hope they don't do the same stupid mistake.
Yeah, they might be doing the same mistake.
Yeah. But on a happier note, I got New Year Rosalind, so that's cool.
Oh yeah, and the Digimon.
What? No, New Year Rosalind in Disgaea RPG.
Oh right, it's Rosinmon, not Rosalind.
Yeah.
Rosalind?
Uh,
I don't know.
Rosalind. She's the
Rosalind. All right.
female main character of two.
Right, her. Yeah. All right, I thought it was her.
Yeah. She apparently she's stupid broken, so that's cool.
Oh man. So yeah, like we should probably just get into Shaman King now, because I have like more I could kind of go into on this topic, but I think I'm just gonna like save it for when we get to Final Fantasy or something tomorrow.
Okay.
That's
Wait. Tomorrow. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for some reason in my head, I was like Final Fantasy like 7. And I was like, oh no, wait, we do a 14 stream.
No, wait, we do Son tonight. I mean, wait, no, we can't do Son tonight because we're doing this tonight.
Yeah. I got confused and then missed the
Yeah,
FF7 stream.
that's totally fine, man.
Holy crap, I'm tired. Yeah. Um. So yeah, Shaman King.
Yeah. So, so I should probably
Apparently,
mention that so far, like, anime's been skipping like a good bit of stuff. You have been skipping a lot of little like stuff here and there. It's so far it's at least working out in like a way that's consistent, right?
yeah. Also, apparently, you don't need to tell me as much as you think you do for like, oh, they skipped this because they summed up that like whole manga chapter or whatever with them
Yeah.
looking for a new hideout. Like they summed it up in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's
Like
like,
they
oh, okay. Like, yep, they found a new hideout, and the little snot nosed brat kid cut dude's pompadour.
yeah, epic Ren.
That's it, Ren.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because it's like that's most changes that honestly does make a lot of sense because it's like, it sucks that we kind of lost the like justification for why Rio was like so angry back last episode. but it's also like it makes way more sense to put that in here because this is Ryu's episode anyways.
Yeah. Also, just addressing the imagery you have up right now, I hope Ryu is like supposed to be a high schooler, and like the art style just has him looking like a grown adult.
Like it, I
Because
feel like
Anna's like 13, right?
yeah, I feel like what might be going on is like, oh, Ryu's just like a stylized high schooler and Anna's just a stylized middle schooler. Because like that's still this image is gonna be weird no matter what, honestly.
Yeah, there's not that much more to it. It's like he sees Anna and it's like, whoa, she's pretty, and then he like
will you be my best place?
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish here.
Because I want to point out real quick that it's like episode starts off like Ryu's searching for his best place.
And best place is like it's clearly like horribly translated English because they say best place. Like,
yeah.
So it's like it's funny.
Yeah, it's like the animes. So I was surprised when I saw this because I was like reading through the manga to see what they left out or whatever. They just left out like an entire little monologue where Ryu's just like, like all men, have that time where they go out and they search in places that no one's gone before, searching in need for their best place. It's like a Star Trek reference. You get this image of like Ryu and his gang in like, like Star Trek suits with a giant like spaceship over them shaped like his head with a big pompadour.
Oh, that's amazing. They probably weren't allowed to do that. I know Japan does like parody of stuff or whatever, but maybe they were like, yeah, let's not play it with this one. But yeah, that sounds like it would have been pretty funny. But yeah, the episode. Oh gosh, I watched it like yesterday, right before the time we were supposed to do the podcast. And then,
it's fine. I remember what happened.
Yeah, Baron went live, and I was like, "Oh man, I want to watch the end of the Mega Man Legends stream." So
yeah, honestly, it was pretty worth it.
Yeah,
I got to like give Baron a host and actually catch up with his stream for once, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, go follow Baron. He's a good streamer. He does good stuff.
BaronvonCreepy.
Yeah, BaronvonCreepy specifically, not some other Baron for clarity.
Yeah. So yeah, I think like. Does the episode start with Yo looking for a replacement wooden sword to give to Ryu?
Yeah, I think that's where it starts. Cause like our way, it's close to the beginning.
Yeah, because it's like I broke his sword. It's only right that I buy him a new one.
Yeah, it's like good on you, yo.
Yeah, and we learn this is like later in the episode, but it's like Ryu's. I don't know, he's kind of a scumbag, but he's like one of those heart of gold scumbags.
Yeah, like he's a very typical delinquent type of character.
Yeah. And like in the beginning of the episode, he's giving this whole thing where he's just like, your best place isn't the location, it's like where you feel at home or whatever.
Yeah. Like the manga makes it a bit more clear because like, all right, so his gang's been looking for like a new hideout essentially.
Yeah.
And one of his guys is like, oh, check out, I found this abandoned bowling alley. And they kind of cut a lot of the explanation out, but they're just like, oh yeah, like went out of business and kept getting like rebought and it's just not a good spot for it, so people just kept like going out of business and like having it replaced and stuff. So he's like, oh, but check this out. And he like flips a switch and he's like, yeah, it's still got electricity, see? And Ryu's just like punches him out.
Which he still does in the anime.
Yeah. And Ryu's like, this place is like 30 minutes from the bus stop. How are we gonna get here?
Also, what's up? What's up with the end of like where his pompadour got cut off? Why does it look like a steel plate? It also looks like a heart, which I'm pretty sure is totally intentional. But
I think it's supposed to look like a cut off salmon roll.
Oh, really?
That might be the joke.
I could kind of see it. It's silly,
man. Because in the manga, it doesn't look like white like that. I think it might be an anime only joke they're just going for. Because yeah, spoilers. This is not going to be Ryu's only hairstyle.
I can see that. It's like he's got a goofy pompadour, so it's like, let's just do fun stuff to it.
Yeah. Let's just have, like, continuity where Ryu's hair just keeps changing. Yeah. So, yeah, Ryu just sees Anna, and he's just randomly like, oh, I love this girl now, and she's, like, buzz off. So he stalks her home.
Yeah. And like, as soon as he learns that, like, Yo and her are living together, he gets all like uppity and like, you can't live together with another person. You're like 13.
Yeah.
Turns out they're renting a place for 1,000 yen a month, which from my experience, by the way, I had to order the Digimon Vital bracelet through like Amazon Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's like listed in yen. So I kind of have an idea of how much 1,000 yen is. So they're renting that place for like $10 a month.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, and it's like, whoa, how are you renting? Monta basically is like, how are you renting this place for 1,000 yen a month? And it's like, well, it's super haunted.
Yeah. Like, the anime cuts out a quick gag where there's, like, a ghost in the toilet. Like, he sticks his head out and just screams at you.
Amazing. Yeah, and of course, Yo and Anna just don't care because like, well, they're like, oh yeah, it would be scary, but they can't possess us.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we deal with ghosts all the time, so this is nothing. It's like, oh, also, we got a few more roommates, who cares?
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at, I went and looked up images of Ryu, and I think this might be like his original illustration. I should probably like include the term manga. See what it looks like in the manga. Yeah, oh, that's actually, what the heck?
Wait, what? What'd you find?
Something crazy going on with his hair, unless that's not supposed to be him.
I know there's like, so I know he gets like a few different variations.
Well, in this image, his hair looks like a beetle horn or something.
Yeah, I know there's one where his hair gets like split down the middle and he like combs it back, so he has big like, weird like V like points coming out the back of his head.
Oh yeah, I see that one too. He's got like Heihachi hair.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It turns into like a Heihachi do. Or it's like a variation where it's like, it starts growing back and there's like a point coming out of the front of like the cut off like, pompadour.
Yeah. I'm just not looking too much into these panels so I don't get spoiled on anything, but yeah, his design, like his hair gets some crazy looking stuff going on.
Yeah. I feel like honestly Ryu's hair is like the least of the spoilers we could be coming across.
Oh sure, but it could be like panels that do spoil stuff.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so it's this whole thing where like let's see. Yeah, they're like he sees Yo and he's like, "Oh, you're living with Yo Anna," and gets all upset and runs off. And Yo's just like, "Oh right, didn't get a chance to give him his other sword to like
Yeah.
make up with the one that I broke."
This is actually the inciting incident for the episode.
Yeah, like, because it's like, all right, Ryu's like, he's had a bad string of luck. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well, quote unquote bad. Like, he got showed up by Yo-Yo, got his pompadour cut off, like, ran away, ran to, like, some other kid that cut off again, and he, like, found a bowling alley and didn't quite work out, and now his new, like, love interest hates him, and she's with the guy who showed him up before. And Ryu's just like, oh man, if only there's something I can do about that stupid shaman kid.
Yeah. And then, hey, guess what? Ryu can see ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was a recent development, but all of a sudden we learn that he can totally see ghosts.
I think this is something that just kind of happens right now, like he awakens to it, right?
Right. Okay.
Because he
Yeah.
clearly couldn't see, like, Amidamaru.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, he awakens to the ability to see ghosts, and the one that he sees is a big, scary skeleton man
Yeah.
who is a former bandit leader or something.
Yeah, he's like a former bandit leader, and more specifically, he's like a former bandit leader that Amidamaru murdered.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh hey, if you hate that kid so much, why don't you just kill him, huh?
Yeah.
See
And
ya.
then Ryu's not exactly on board with that, but it doesn't matter because the ghost possesses him.
Yeah. This is the episode. It's like Ryu gets possessed by like a ghost with a grudge against Amidamaru, and he's just straight up like, okay, I'm just gonna use this guy's body to take out like, Amidamaru's current master and like get revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he starts going crazy and do all his crazy stuff. He like he makes Ryu start like drinking because he's just waited 600 years for it. And the manga is also making Ryu smoke, and like Ryu's gang is like, no, you can't be smoking cigarettes, you're too young for that or whatever. Because Japan.
I like his group of delinquent friends because they're also like delinquents with hearts of gold.
Yeah.
There's a point later where Ryu's pushing it a bit too far and they all punch him in the face or whatever to like make him stop.
Yeah, they beat the
Like,
shit out of him.
Yeah, they're like, all right, that's enough. We can't see you like ruin your reputation like this. And it's like, these guys are good.
Yeah. I think muscle punch and ball boy.
Yeah.
There's like, because Ryu's being possessed by the evil ghost. I should probably mention the old ghost's name is Tokagero, because Tokage means lizard.
Takagero. Yeah, I was like, I was reading the name when it popped up, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna remember this one. I mean, like I had trouble remembering Amidamaru, but then this guy shows up, and it's like, crap.
Well, dang. Man, Tokagero's just straight up like, oh hey, you muscle punch, go steal Amidamaru's sword from the museum for me. And he's like, no, you can't do that, Ryu. You said, like, if you're stolen, make your mama cry, so you don't want to be a thief. And he just stabs him in the leg with a knife.
Yeah, that's I think the anime stabs him in, like, the side.
Yeah.
Like
it's the leg. It's like the upper thigh.
Maybe I just didn't see it very well. But yeah, that's like the first instance of, like, Ryu. Or maybe not the first, but it's one of the earlier instances of Ryu's like, a good boy. Loves his mama.
Yeah. Also, I love the sole implication that it's like, oh, the bowling alley keeps shutting down because there's this evil, crazy, vengeful ghost in there haunting it.
True, I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's why it can't stay open. Is super evil ghost.
Because of effing Tokagero.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Manta like overhears this a bit, and Ryu just captures him. So Takagero's got this foolproof plan, right?
Yeah.
Where he's just
I was super confused by this because he's like, "Ha, my bait came right to me," and it's like, "Oh, so he's gonna like send a note or something." Like, no, he just walks over to Yo's house with Manta, and it's like, "What do you mean bait? He's a hostage."
yeah. And I guess it technically is still bait, isn't it?
Not really, because the bait indicates that you're using him to like lure like the other guy there, not that you're gonna show up yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think I mentioned that the subs for this for these uploads are kind of rough.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
so Tokagero's got this foolproof plan, right? And he's like, okay, yo, like this is one of the things where it's like it's made a bit more clear in the manga, because in the manga they're specifically like, okay, the only way to get a ghost to stop possessing someone is to make them admit defeat.
hmm,
So that's why there's a big thing. We're like, okay, well, we have to fight this guy because he is a hostage, but he's also using a sword. So we can either like destroy the sword and then he'll give up because he can't fight us unarmed, or we have to like beat the crap out of the hostage's out of like Ryu's body and just do so much damage to the host by that the ghost just has to leave.
yeah, yeah. There's a moment where Yo is like going in to fight, and Manta's got like his mouth gagged, and like he finally manages to break free of it, and he's like, no, he's like, don't be so confident. He's using a real sword, and
Yeah.
like Yo barely manages to avoid getting like sliced in half.
Yeah, like, credit to him, like, effing Takagero, like, if he was, like, a way less confident fighter, he wouldn't even be able to, like, get that much off on him.
Yeah. No, I think Takagura even says it's like, "Oh, I'm no match for you as is." That's why I went and got a real sword. And it's like
Yeah.
that's the thread of the episode is Takaguro has a real sword.
Yeah. I do like that he's just like, he's stripped, like, oh, I know I can't win a fair fight, so I'm just gonna stack the deck as much as possible.
Yeah, he's a scumbag bandit leader.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like they actually changed the scene slightly, which is weird because in the manga he's like holding the sword above his head like he's gonna bring it down and kill Manta. And instead they change it to him like hold it in front of him and they like attack the sword.
Mm.
But yeah, Miyamaru's like, okay, well, yeah, that sword was like made from the bond between me and my friend and all this stuff. And it's very valuable to me. But like, I'll still break it to defeat you, cause I like it's more important to stop you than it is to like save that piece of metal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured was going to happen. It's like, oh, he's going to be like it's like, oh, you have to either break the sword or give up, or it's like, ooh, and it's like, and I was like, oh, Amidamaru is gonna be like destroying the sword is worth it if it means someone like you can't wield it, or like
Yeah,
you're giving it a bad name or tainting it or something. So
yeah.
Amidamaru is like, I don't want to break it, but I will.
I like the little detail that they left out where like, while Tokagero's ranting about this in the manga, he just takes a second to like lick the blade. Just the creepy like Orochimaru move.
Yeah. Also, as far I just kind of realized like the whole lizard namesake thing. He's kind of green, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very green.
um, yeah, we get a cut a flashback of Amidamaru and his childhood friend, and it's like I told you stop breaking the sword, the swords I make for you. Ooh, sorry. And he's like, well, it's made out of crappy steel. What else can I do about it? And then, what's his friend? It's like Mo something.
I can't remember. Yeah, sorry, I got nothing.
It's the guy who made the super good sword. And it's like,
Yeah,
we learned that he didn't make that sword as an adult. He made it as a kid.
which is
Like the
kind of wild when you think about it.
Yeah, he made this super impressive sword that drove like a feudal lord to get Amidamaru to try to get Amidamaru to kill him. It was so good. It's like he made that as a kid, and he used a knife left to him by his father as a base.
Yeah.
So of course it has sentimental value, which means it's the best sword ever.
Yeah, like he basically like used the steel from the knife to make the sword. So he didn't even have like good steel for this.
Yeah. There's a whole thing where they're talking about like, oh, if you want good metal to make a sword, then go out onto the battlefields and like take some swords from there or whatever.
Yeah. And there's like, oh, well, it won't be right to use like a sword that's murdered people or whatever. Like
Yeah,
someone else's like sword full of hatred and stuff. It's like one of those things, basically.
yeah. And it's like Amidamaru, like I think there's a scene where Amidamaru like cuts a stone thing in half with the new sword, and he's like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Yeah, it looks like a little stone, like, little, like, tablet monument or something.
Yeah,
Like, one of those little, like, memorial, like, good luck stones or something. Yeah, he just cuts it.
yeah. It's like Amidamaru was an amazing swordsman even as a child, and the swordsmith was amazing and also amazing as a child.
Yeah, and they just break it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the whole
Yeah.
thing where it's like I'd rather break it than see you use it.
I'm kind of surprised it was so easy to break, honestly.
I mean,
Because
well,
remember, it's like, it's an old sword, but like, Yo had the ghost of this guy possess him so he could repair it.
yeah, yeah, but it's also I think Yo and Amidamaru were using like a wooden sword, but it doesn't really matter because Amidamaru like uses his ghost magic to make it a super attack.
Yeah, he uses that air slash we saw before when he was fighting Lee Pyron.
Yeah, so he just slashes the sword and breaks it. And Takagura is like, well, I still have hostages. I have the kid, and I can threaten the body I'm possessing. And Anna's like, okay, whatever, kill him. I don't care.
Yeah. Like, as very specifically, like first off, he, like, threatens Manta. And Ryu's own men just beat the shit out of him so Manta can escape.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, I'll stab my host and I'll send him straight to hell. And Anna's like, okay, then I'll send you right after him.
Yeah. She's straight up like, yeah, the second you leave that body, I'll be able to just send you wherever I want.
Yeah,
So he's like, yeah, go ahead, do it. I'm not soft like Yo is. I don't care what happens to you.
yeah. I think Anna's about to fight him for real, and Yo stops her. No, that's not what happens.
Yeah, so it's this weird series of events because like he threatens himself, and then like Anna ties him up. No wait, yeah, no wait, he threatens himself, and then he suddenly grabs Yo out of nowhere, which is like, okay,
Yeah,
this is one of the parts where it's like this might be like the first real time where like, there's like a plot point in the manga that they just didn't adapt, and it actually makes things a bit worse.
oof.
Cause like in the manga what happens is he's been Ryu's by so long that like, the strain is actually like now damaging Ryu, right? So
Uh,
his hand cramps up and he's like forced to, drop the knife. Because Ryu's also vying for control. You know, and he's like just on such like strain and stuff that he's like, forced to like crawl on the ground because he can just barely control Ryu anymore.
Oh
And
shoot!
yeah,
Sorry. And I was going to the episode to pull it up so I could watch it in the background and like actually remember what happened. Episode 5 is already up.
oh dang. Yeah, I need to watch that as soon as this is over.
Let's see.
But yeah, it's like, because he's like on the ground crawling around because he like doesn't have the energy to stand. And he's like, come to think of it, like, if I just keep this up, I'll force your friend to like torture himself to death. And that's not a bad revenge either, is it? And Yo gets close to be like, no, come on, you've lost. And that's when he gets up and grabs Yo. But they cut all of that out, so suddenly he has grabbed Yo out of nowhere, and there's like no explanation for it. And then Anna just ties his limbs up with the beads and saves Yo.
I kind of hope that this doesn't become a recurring thing where it's just like every week it's like, oh yeah, they just cut this thing that the manga.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit of a recurring thing, because they're like I understand completely, because it's like, they're trying to, like, presumably get the entire series done in, like, 52 episodes, and that's not a lot.
Yeah,
like,
I understand they can't show everything because there's just no time for it, but it sounds like they're cutting stuff that's good to know about.
Yeah.
It's like a forceful possession damages the host. Like,
yeah.
That's something that's probably important to know.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't believe it comes up later on as like an important plot point or whatever, but it's like, it does make this scene a bit more confusing. Because, like, honestly, so far I feel like they've been doing a pretty good job of it by, like, just like abridging stuff down, keeping things focused, and cutting out some of the unnecessary fluff, but, like, there's definitely been those couple of moments so far. But yeah, so, like, I think...
Sorry. I was gonna say that there's that whole thing where Anna's like, all right, I'm just gonna end this and exorcise the ghost, and Yo stops her and he's like, no, if you exorcise the ghost, then I can't save him.
Yeah, and she's like, say what now?
Yeah, and then Yo is like, we know that Yo is like the stupidly overly optimistic like shonen protag. And so he's like, yeah, there's like, you can save every soul. I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And so he's like, hey, if you you know what, go ahead, possess my body. Just do it.
Just take your revenge on me using my own body, and just, I'll just, like, put up with it until you're satisfied. You can make me, like, punch myself out, you can choke me out or more, you can do, like, whatever weird crap you want, just, I just want to be done with this so we can get this settled and over with.
Yeah. And this is the first time we see Anna display any kind of emotion besides anger or, like, apathy.
Yeah. Because she's like, wait, what are you talking about? And Takagiro's like, okay, I'll just do that then. And like, Miyamaru tries to stop him. There's another small detail they cut from the manga where, like, at least I'm pretty sure it cut, where like Yo just takes out the memorial tablet and sucks Amidamaru back into it. And he's like, sorry, I can't have you getting in the way this time.
Yeah, in the anime, he just holds out his hand and he's like, no, it's fine, I got this.
Yeah. So slight change, but nothing too important, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Takaguro possesses Yo, and Anna just goes like super upset because it's like, oh, he's gonna kill Yo.
Yeah, this is something that actually does kind of matter a bit, because like it's like one or two lines or something that they cut out Whereas, like, that idiot, like, with Yo's power, he should be able to, like, control the spirit inside him easily. So I actually thought the plan was for him to, like, get possessed so he can just, like, contain Tokagero inside of himself. But he gave him full control.
Yeah.
And they sort of shortened it down to, oh, that idiot actually gave him full control.
Yeah, I say that she shows an emotion aside from anger, but then she like blames Manta. She's like, "If he dies, it's your fault." And Manta's like, "What?"
Yeah. Like, this is also the first time we're seeing Anna, like, crying over this, because she's like, oh god, Yo's going to actually die.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. It's like, I don't know, that makes me like her a little more because it gives the impression that she does genuinely care about Yo, and it's not just a thing for power.
Yeah.
Like Anna seems to actually care about his well-being.
Yeah, that's something I honestly like, because it's like, of course, like, she's really hard on him, but it's like, she's hard on him because she wants him to succeed and not get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because she
It's like,
actually cares about him outside of the whole Shaman King thing.
yeah, so that's nice.
Yeah. Like, it's
It's
not
also,
like, they're going forced into this, like, hateful, loveless marriage or something. Like, there's actually feelings there.
yeah, and it's unfortunately she has feelings for like a stupidly overly optimistic shonen protagonist
Yeah.
who's like, I can save everybody.
Man, so many Sean series would, like, have a way different feel if the love interest was straight up like, don't be an idiot, you're, like, actually hurting the people around you.
Yeah. So Toga Kagura, Toga Lizard
Tokagero.
Lizard Bandit Man possesses Yo, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this kid." And then like they have this whole thing where Anna's all sad, and, like it's like, "Oh no, Yo's gonna die." He's like, "Wait a minute, why can't I do it? Why can't I kill him?" And it's like, "Oh, Yo is so stupidly optimistic and good that it's like." I guess that feeling went to what's his face.
Yeah. Like, it's either like, being inside Yo's spirit or whatever's like, Yo rubs off on him a bit, or it's like, he's so twisted that I didn't actually expect him to trust him, so it, like, gets through to him.
Yeah, that's it. There's a whole thing where he's like, I don't trust anybody. It's all for you do everything to survive. Like everything awful I've done is to survive. Like even including like eating my own mother.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
And it,
thing.
yeah, he ate his mother, which to be fair, it seems like she did it willingly to save his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, the implication strip that it's like there's a famine going on and she let him do it.
Yeah, it's not that he was just like an evil kid. It's just like
Nah.
this this experience, that experience probably traumatized the guy
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
and turned him into like an evil bandit man.
Gave him this mindset of like, oh, I need to do anything to survive, says the ghost.
Yeah, that was. It's like you're already dead, my dude.
Yeah, not much coming back from this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a little flashback, and it shows him he's a happy little kid.
Yeah, a happy little weird baby with really weird looking eyes.
Yeah, yeah. He's a little funky looking. But yeah, I guess it's like I can't believe he actually trusted me to do this, and holy crap.
Man, there's a weird thing they cut out where it's like there's a lot in the manga where he's like, yo, God, it's like this world's like kill or be killed. Like for everyone who eats dumplings, there's someone who doesn't get to eat them. And they cut that line out, but they kept the follow-up line of like, I guess dumplings really do taste better with friends after all. So if you're paying attention, it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's like, what? Okay.
So yeah, Yo beats the Bandit Man with the power of friendship. Like, actually,
Yeah. And
I already lost from the moment I possessed him.
and now the road is open for like Bandit Man to be like, oh, yo, who's got friends? This Rio guy.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh man, his design is like main character enough that he's totally gonna hang out with Ryu,
Yeah.
and and that's how he's gonna be part of the gang. Is he allows Tokage the
Tokagero.
Kagura, that's it, yeah. Uh, he's just gonna hang out with him and let him possess him for fighting and stuff.
Ryu's gotta get good at shamaning, and he's like, wait, what's this about shaman fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we see Ren at the end of the episode. He's all standing on a building and ominous. He's like, I will win the shaman tournament and whatever.
Yeah, that's like an interesting little thing, because there's just a little like end of episode stinger where it's like, yo, Ren's just got like a new outfit. He's got this big crazy cape on him that looks really cool.
He got the outfit from the opening.
Yeah. Honestly, like the characters of the show, like, yo, there's like, Yo doesn't look that crazy right now, I think, yo. Like he does have that going, like, but Zoe's character's got some straight style going on. Like, Ren's killing it.
Yeah, Ren looks good even if he is an annoying little punk.
Yeah. He's just like, just wait, yo, I figured out a whole new power that's gonna wreck you good.
I got a big stupid furry king coat.
Yeah. This sick, awesome edgelord rival coat. You're not allowed to have it because you're a main character. And yeah, just end of episode, yo. Just next episode, Oversoul.
Yeah. Which is, that's a term they use in FF14 for something.
Is it?
Yeah, Oversoul is a term used for something in 14, so I was like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's probably just total coincidence, and it's probably like, it's just one of the Japanese things where the writer was probably like, oh, that sounds like a cool word. Make something up.
Oversoul Final Fantasy Wiki.
No.
Also known as Power Soul, may refer to the recurring ability, the enemy, the weapon, or the monster transformation from Final Fantasy X2. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't look into it too much if you want to do the weapon raids in 14, because it's a bit of a spoiler.
Okay, yeah. So it's just straight up like an ability then, I guess.
Yeah, well, you'll see.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think I've talked about it, but I kind of love the ending theme because it sounds like the singer, like, it sounds like they tuned her or like did some tricks with the audio to make her sound like Miku.
Oh yeah, they kind of did.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're not actually using the Vocaloid software. I'm pretty sure they just like layered her voice with itself, and like maybe she either sang in a higher pitch or they pitched her up. But I wouldn't be shocked if she just sang that high pitched.
Yeah,
but it's like,
makes sense.
That's cool. As a Vocaloid fan, I approve.
They probably use a bit of like auto-tuning, actually. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe a little bit. Either that or they did the thing where they just layer the voice over itself and at like slightly different time.
Man, I just realized with this shot right now, like, you could totally just edit the crap out of this and like, yo, like, cut out this building area, like, yo, just cut right along this smooth, sharp edge, and just fit like any character you want right next to Rin in like the foreground.
Huh?
Cause like you see how the building's got like this sharp like angle to it? Yeah, you could
Yeah.
totally just cut out this building as like a foreground element and put like any character next to Rin you want. Like you could put like, sitting Bernie or like effing like, like some
just
Gurren Lagann or something. Just, dancing Chica probably.
You could just put a big ensemble cast of characters and just line them up on the building.
Big ensemble cast of meme characters. Get like Spider-Man up there.
Shrek.
Shrek. Man, that'd be like, how fun would it be to just like have the shot and next to him you just have like Jotaro and the rest of the Stardust Crusaders.
Hey, you're good at editing stuff.
Yeah.
It could be a running gag for the episode thumbnails.
Oh man.
Just put like maybe the character that shows up in the episode next to him and just add to it every time.
That'd be so funny, but also would be so much work.
It'd be so much work.
Oh man, I might actually do it for the upload of this episode, just for like the thumbnail, just because of how funny it would be.
Put some goofy characters there.
Just straight put Goofy next to him.
Yeah, there you go.
Just find some like, because I'd have to find some version of Goofy that's like, on like a white background or something, so I could like, actually just make it transparent. Wait, dude, I actually do have transparent characters I just throw up here. I just throw, like, Donald Duck up here, no problem. Man, who would be funny is, like, just someone to put next to Rin. Because it's like, we should put, like, I don't know if this is gonna sound racist or whatever, but we should just put, like, Mushu the Dragon or, like, Mulan.
Like Mushu on his shoulder.
Just Mushu on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And, like, there's just Tien in the foreground. And he's like, my revenge is at hand.
I'm trying to find like an image of Goofy from like Kingdom Hearts, so that he has like a somewhat serious anime tone to him. Honestly, it doesn't seem like they ever drew Goofy in like a somewhat serious, but oh, there we go.
Oh man. What's the image you found? Is it something I can actually work with?
I think so. It's got a white background and everything.
Oh boy.
There you go. Oh, it's straight up transparent.
Oh heck yeah. Yeah, that'll work perfect. I just rotate that easily.
Yeah, look at him. He's there.
You know what? I had to flip this so he's like glaring in like Rin's direction.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be so good. I'll have to do it now. It's too good. Like I can make it look too convincing. Like there's just the Ramav like space next to him and everything.
Yeah, I would say if you wanted to go crazy with the idea and you knew how to do it and make it look good, it's like also work the shading to like match the scene, but that would be really hard, I think. Unless you're super good at art.
Man, so, maybe I could like do some weird color corrections to make them kind of match, but like, there's no way it's gonna look exact.
Yeah, you'd have to. I feel like you probably have to just redraw it. Honestly,
yeah. Like I could do like a color shade to make him like kind of a dark blue-ish to be like just day for night Goofy.
Yeah. If you do that, let me see it before you actually just use it, so I can. I mean, like it's like second opinion, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It might just look. Oh my god! Hold on.
Oh, what we
It's
got now?
it's not default Goofy, and it's like a 3D. It's like an image of 3D Goofy, but it fits the art style a little more.
Oh my god.
It's like Pirate Goofy from Kingdom Hearts 3.
Like, I'm tempted. I think the other one would probably work better.
Yeah, probably. I was just scrolling through and I
Oh,
saw
man.
like a darker looking Goofy, and it's like, oh. The goal is to find Goofy, but he looks kind of like serious.
Yeah.
So that's why the first one I found was like a slam dunk, and it's like, oh, there we go.
Gosh, don't worry, Ryu. We'll take care of that yo-kid in no time. That was a terrible Goofy.
It's not easy to mimic Bill Farmer.
It's really not.
Bill Farmer is
It's not easy unless you're a legend like ProZD who can make Goofy sing that dumb Fortnite song.
oh no.
Did you hear about that?
No, but I've heard enough of the song. It's freaking
He put up a video where he's just singing the Chug Juice with you as Goofy, and he's like cracking up mid like song and stuff and keeping with it.
I guess pretty good.
And it's like he put up a second video, and it's just like him just clicking his own like video, and he just stares at it, and he's like, oh god, what have I done?
Yeah,
so funny.
People who can actually imitate Bill Farmer are pretty great. He's my
man.
I think he's my favorite Goofy voice I've heard. It's also, but it might also be because I think he's been voicing Goofy for like the most of my life.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy when you have someone who's just super talented like that, and it's like, no, you just are the character.
Yeah. And he's like an older guy, and it's like I'm sitting here like, oh man, like he's doing all these like dumb lines for Kingdom Hearts. I can't imagine what's going through his head.
Do you think what's his name, like Bill Farmer?
That's it.
You think he's like voicing Goofy lines for Kingdom Hearts 3? And it's to stop and be like, what the crap is a nobody again? Am I calling them a name?
Oh, maybe because there's like
because there's such a gap.
Yeah, and there's so many
deep references.
I lost my train of thought. There's so many voice actors who voice characters, and it's like, wait, did that character?
It's like, okay, here's your motivation for the scene. Your friend Donald has just cast Zeta Flare to nuke Xehanort into the stratosphere, and now you're very concerned for him. And he's like, what even were those words?
Yeah. To Bill Farmer's credit, I think he does a really good job.
Yeah.
They give him the silly lines to voice, and he's like, all right, I'll voice him.
I'll do it. Oh man.
Farmer voiced a character in Space Jam? He's Sylvester?
Wait, what?
Bill Farmer voices Sylvester.
Wait, normally or just in Space Jam?
It specifically lists Space Jam. He's also Yosemite Sam.
Wait, Sylvester is Yosemite Sam?
I guess the guy, Bill Farmer.
Yes.
Sam and Max. He voices Sam.
Oh, man.
Goofy movie. Goofy, of course.
We did a version of Goofy with, like, guns and a handlebar mustache now. I'll get you in tarnation, Gorsh!
Oh, Bill Farmer voices Pluto, too.
Oh, dang, he's got all of them. Wait, he voices Goofy and the actual dog?
Yeah.
That puts a whole new layer on the debate of whether or not Goofy is dog. If dog is dog.
I mean, yeah, Goofy's a dog.
But what makes him different from the dog?
There are sapient dogs and there are dogs.
Is it like, I guess it's like BoJack Horseman, where there's like, there's sentient chickens and they just have the dumb chickens that they sell as produce.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
it's
man.
like there's not much to it. It's just there are there's smart dogs like Goofy, and then there's like dogs like Pluto.
Man, I feel like we should probably call it a stream. We've had like 20 minutes onto this with this dumb Goofy bullshit.
Yeah, hey, I think it's great.
So yeah, I'll see you around tomorrow.